Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Beyond IELTS. I'm Rob, and brace yourselves. This is going to be a little bit different. I thought, why not break the monotony of you guys sitting at a desk studying English? What better way to do that than getting a cup of coffee? So if you want to join me in actually drinking it, go ahead, pause the video right now, and I'll be waiting. Okay, we're back. So let's go and get some coffee. I don't know about you guys, but I can't start my mornings without a good cup of joe. So let's get cracking and let's go to one of my favorite coffee places here in the city. It's called Cafe Baracco. You might be asking, Rob, why are you taking me for coffee? Well, learning English is part sitting at home studying or in school, and a huge part that takes place in the real world, getting coffee, for example. So let's go. Hello. Hey, what's up?
Hey man, how you doing?
Good.
What's up?
I'm doing fine.
Cool.
Can I have a cup of coffee, please?
Sure. What would you like?
Advise me, please. I'm feeling like I need some energy. So, can you give me something to wake me up?
Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer long drinks or do you want like the short espresso-based drinks?
I prefer a longer coffee.
You can have like a standard drip coffee, or what we call the V60, or you can have something stronger, like a red eye.
Red eye?
Yeah, which is a V60 plus a shot of espresso. That should wake you up. Or if you really want something stronger, you can go with a black eye, which is
Black eye?
V60 plus 2 shots of espresso. Or if you're really feeling adventurous and you like to go run afterwards, you can go with a black eye. Oh, sorry, the dead eye.
The dead eye.
Dead eye is like V60 with 3 shots of espresso in it.
Okay, I'll go for the middle.
The black eye then.
The black eye, I guess
Cool.
So. What did I get?
This is a black eye, so it's the kind of like the halfway point of strong coffee and just like crazy strong coffee. So it's like what we mentioned earlier. It's a standard V60 drip coffee plus a couple of shots of espresso. So
Cool.
enjoy, or
Thank
rather,
you.
I usually just say good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Could I have a bit of milk, please? Because I'm not a hipster.
Oh, no milk in your coffee. No, we're not that kind of place.
And I'm gonna put sweetener in it because
You don't want to.
I'm like that. I'm gonna ruin your coffee.
To each his own, man. To each his own. I don't really mind.
So it's if you move to a new city, it's a good idea to get to know your local places. Like this coffee shop here, Baracco. If you're in Budapest, definitely check this place out. And it's a very good idea to get to know your barista, because baristas are the cornerstones of the community, of the local community, and they will know everything.
When we first started out 6 years ago, a lot of the social boundaries I realized were pretty much self-imposed, because you have this preconceived notion that, oh, I'm the newbie, and I'm a foreigner, ergo they're going to be not that receptive or whatever. So I just decided, with that kind of mentality, it's not going to work. So I just said, here's the coffee shop, here's me, here's how I make coffee, and here's how I make good coffee. And people liked it. So people started coming. We had a few good reviews from this. I think what's
okay.
It's strong, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. We had this review by a Hungarian blogger, and I didn't know him at that time. Why would I? It was like fresh off the boat, 3 months. I mean, less than 3 months here at that time. And it turns out he's like one of the most well-known bloggers or social media persons in Hungary. And what was amazing was that this guy was known for making like really scathing reviews and stuff. And it's funny because it was the first good review that he'd written in a while. So that's what I heard. The guy apparently wrote a really good review about us, and that generated a lot of publicity, both good and bad. But you know what they say, there's no such thing as bad publicity, only
publicity.
So,
one interesting thing is that you're a foreigner and you speak English. And you're basically teaching the local community English because...
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm getting ripped off there because I'm not charging for it. So yeah, it's funny because a lot of people who came here in the beginning, since day one, are still coming here. So this little coffee shop has become like a central meeting place. It's a hangout for the local community. When we fell on hard times, when they started renovating the street, I was this close to just giving up and saying, you know what, I'm done. I want to close up. And a lot of the customers that are in the neighborhood they wouldn't allow it.
Wow.
They said, no, you are going to remain open, and we're going to help you out. And we surpassed all those obstacles with the help of these guys who are now my friends, and it's an ever-widening network. But yeah, going back to the English thing, these guys figured out that, if I go there, I can speak English all the time because this guy doesn't speak Hungarian. And they started telling their friends about, hey, there's this local coffee shop, and the guy speaks English, pretty much nothing else. So, if you want free English lessons, just go there, order a coffee, you'll be fine. He'll take care of you. So not everybody speaks English, but, they make it a point to try, which is really heartwarming, to say the least.
It's great that you mentioned this because I think that a lot of people who move to another country and start learning the language, be it English or Hungarian, they're a little frustrated and don't want to speak. But if you go out there and just try, it'll get very welcomed feelings and it's just respect. If you give respect, you get respect back.
True.
And trying to speak the other language is a huge offering of respect.
It is. It's that proverbial, olive branch. It's an offering of peace or whatever. But at the same time, it really helps that it's a coffee shop, so people get this kind of this homey feeling that they're getting good coffee, and they're getting a chat with their barista. And the fact that the place is so small, it kind of gives it that really cozy feel, where you have a very face-to-face type of interaction that you don't really normally get with bigger places. So I've gotten a lot of good feedback regarding that matter.
Yeah. Pro tip: talk to your barista.
That's right.
Because first of all, you get to learn English.
Yeah.
Second, I'm going to put this on the same level. You'll get to know the local community.
You get to know the local community, that's for sure, yeah. Your barista is your local hookup as far as widening your social network is concerned.
You
Whenever
get the info.
yeah,
You get the lowdown.
you get the 411 from your baristas.
411.
Yeah, your baristas will serve as your initial social network guru.
Yeah,
Be it virtual or actual, On the actual side of things, they're also your social network contacts where they can introduce you to a lot of people. There's a lot of characters that walk through that door. I've met somebody from the Russian mob.
Wow.
And it was a good setting, by the way. They didn't come here to break my fingers or anything. I've met Francis Lawrence, the director of The Hunger Games, when he shot Red Sparrow. We actually catered his set. And he's a big fan of the Baracco coffee. John Scofield, the jazz guitarist, legendary jazz guitarist, he just literally, walked in. I saw some old dude crossing the street, and I was like, oh, crap. Another old guy was just, oh, can I order something? What do you want? And when he opened the door and my eyes kind of readjusted, I was like, oh my God, you're John Scofield. And I grew up listening to this guy.
Wow.
And I was dumbstruck, and I was literally just, oh my God, you can have all coffee. You can have anything in my menu for free. And so it was cool. When somebody comes in and starts asking me, oh, by the way, I'm new here. Do you know anybody who's an expert in bikes? Oh yeah, the bike shops are over there. On some more serious notes, like when people start looking for caregivers, one of my best friends lives across the street. He's a certified caregiver. He works in one of the hospices here. When people look for babysitters, when people look for cleaning ladies and all that stuff.
So you got everyone covered.
We got everybody covered. So when people start asking, I should start charging for it, man. I mean, I guess it gives me a certain sense of pride when somebody comes in here and says, Ryan, you're not supposed to know these things. You're a foreigner. Why do you know more than I do? Like, one of my friends, she's Hungarian. She lives upstairs. She comes down here and is like, Ryan, I'm almost ashamed to ask this, but my toilet's all backed up. Do you know any plumbers? I said, of course I do. Just sit tight, I'll send him over.
This is really inspirational because a lot of our viewers will be moving to another country. And this is really, really, really inspirational that being a foreigner, if you work hard and just be open and warm-hearted, you'll make it.
A lot of the, I'd say, hate mongering that's that's all the shade that's being thrown at foreigners or immigrants or whatever stems from the fact that there's this preconceived notion that you're out to steal somebody's job, at the very least, at the other end of the spectrum, that you're just in a rich country for a handout. And I'm sorry to burst the haters' bubble, but neither applies to me. It's the exception rather than the rule. 95 to 98% of any immigrant in any country comes there to work. And a lot of that percentage actually opens up their own businesses. I'm not stealing any jobs. I'm actually getting jobs. I employ 6 baristas. We started hiring local talent. And the thing with local talent is there is no such thing as local talent. You have to train them. And with that training comes that other aspect of getting to know the local culture. It's cultural immersion, both from my side and from their side. And it just bolsters the fact that as a community, you get this really good sense of camaraderie and helping out. Hi, sir. Cappuccino.
Yes.
Thanks, Ryan, for having me and having this conversation. I love your inspirational story, really.
Cool.
I hope it inspires you guys too. Try and just go out and speak English and do it.
Right. Just speak English, you know, be yourself. Your local coffee shop and your local barista will definitely help you out. I mean, you know, in any country, I guarantee you, in any country, your baristas will speak English, and they're your local point of contact. You know, they're programmed to be friendly people. And like I said, you widen your social network. These are your first hookups. They'll be your first, you know, the first people to help you out. So be nice to your baristas.
Yeah. Thank you, Ryan, for having me.
Thanks for being here.
And one more thing, always tip your barista.
Make sure that happens, folks.
Bye.
See you.
Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more, click here.
Visit our website for materials and more English. Click right here.
And if you want to subscribe, definitely click here.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.